Prime Cut is a grim, unpleasant, highly misogynistic and ultimately enjoyable dive into the rotting heart of the American Midwest. It's a gritty B-movie relic of the early 70s, presenting a world of dubious moral values where human life is traded with the same cold indifference as the livestock in a Kansas slaughterhouse. The film is a collision between the urban polish of the Chicago mob and the savage, feudal brutality of a rural meatpacking empire. While its treatment of women is undeniably regressive and stuck in the 70s, the film is still a fascinating chapter in early 70s cinema nihilism. The Kino Lorber 4K UHD offers a mostly splendid presentation of this grit-heavy production. The colour palette looks particularly vibrant, capturing the sickly sweet greens and yellows of the Kansas wheat fields and the murky browns of the slaughterhouse with newfound depth. While the encoding is largely robust, peering closely will detect instances of slight edge enhancement manifesting as faint halos around the character outlines in high contrast scenes. Despite these minor digital artifacts, the UHD resolution provides a decent lift from the Blu-ray, stabilising the film's organic grain. Prime Cut centres on Nick Devlin, a Chicago mob enforcer played with a weary, lethal stoicism by Marvin. Devlin is dispatched to Kansas City to collect a debt from Mary Ann, a local meatpacking kingpin who has begun sending his payments back to the city in the form of actual sausages made from previous collectors. Gene Hackman plays Mary Ann with a repulsive magnetic charm, ruling over a bizarre fiefdom where young women are drugged and sold like cattle at auction. The plot moves from the sterile boardrooms of Chicago to the sun-drenched, blood-soaked fields of the Midwest, culminating in a series of violent confrontations involving combine harvesters and submachine guns. The film is elevated by these two central powerhouse performances. Marvin and Hackman provide a weight and gravity that the script's more exploitation-heavy elements don't necessarily earn. Traditional boundaries of law and order have completely dissolved into a raw struggle for dominance. Sissy Spacek appears in an early role as one of the merchandise women Devlin attempts to rescue, adding a layer of vulnerability to a film that otherwise operates with a cold masculine brutality. Prime Cut leans into its own ugliness, using the meatpacking industry as a heavy-handed but effective metaphor for the way society grinds down the individual. It's an essential, if deeply uncomfortable, artifact of 70s exploitation, a film that succeeds almost entirely on the back of its lead performances and its unflinching willingness to be genuinely repellent. The Kino Lorber 4K mostly ensures this grim movie is preserved with the visual punch it deserves, providing a definitive version of a story that refuses to play by anyone's rules. Prime Cut remains a stark, blood-slick chapter in the annals of the American crime film. And that's all from us at The Last Disc on Earth, and remember, come the apocalypse, physical media will prevail.